Alright, so welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to this video of Intro to Character Design. So in this video, I'll show you how to just some stuff about character design that's very important and that's used in a lot of shows, in a lot of TV and animated shows. So let's get started. So the most important thing to know is that when designing a character, it's very important to pick shapes, you know? That's how shows distinguish their characters, by making each of them, like each character, have a different shape to them. So for example, here I have the Proud Family, and as you can see, you know, the dad's head is like a rectangle and the mom's head is like a circle. So here I put, you know, head shapes. There's different types of head shapes. They can be circle, they can be square, and even with body shapes, they can be long, rectangular ones, or like triangular ones. So here I just did a couple of characters based on just different shapes, and as you can see, they all look very different from each other, and that's because I used different shapes for them. So here I used a triangle for his head and a circle for his body, and I use like a circular shape for her head and a long rectangle for her body. So don't be afraid to experiment with this. And also you can change the lengths of their arms and their legs. So here I made her arms really long, and here I made his legs really long. So like just play around with the size and the shapes. You see here I made his head like a square and his body a square. So yeah, that's how you basically start out making your characters. And with eyes and nose and lips, you can move them higher and lower if you want to. So here his eyes are kind of like lower on his face, but always remember proportions. Like our eyes are always aligned with our ears, like don't forget about that, you know? And yeah, and you can make their eyes higher on their face if you want to. I think I had another example here. Yeah, like these are just different types of faces, and you see like there's different ways of drawing eyes and noses and mouths, you know. Just experiment and find your own style, like find what you like. So yeah, here are some example of some shapes. Oop. So for SpongeBob, we all know that he's a square, and for Patrick, you know, he's a triangle at the top and a circle at the bottom. So I'm just gonna skip to this slide right here. There's a reason why some characters, they're given specific shapes. So for example, triangular shapes usually mean that the person is kind of like mean and scary. Not all the time, but it's because of the sharp corners. Like something in us humanly, we associate sharpness with like scariness. So yeah, that's why sharp corners and triangles are associated with just mean and untrustworthy people, and roundness is usually associated with friendly people and reliable characters. And square usually means like a bland, boring person. Now we all know SpongeBob isn't a boring person, but I actually think it was part of his design because I think he was like, it's like, how do you call it? It's supposed to be a joke. Like, he's supposed to be the average guy, but he isn't. Like, he's supposed to be the average guy that goes to work and does his job and comes back home, but he's actually not. You know, he's like a fun person. So, you see here, if we all remember this episode, this guy here, he was like the really mean bully dude. And the character designers in the show, they decided to make him a triangle so that automatically us as an audience, we associate him with being a mean person, you know? So the next thing here that I put right after character design is kind of like a little bit about set design for the outdoors. So here, I don't know why I transitioned to this, but here, like, you know, here's the basic tree and here's the basic grass. Don't do this. You know, be more original so that your set looks really charming, that it looks very unique and like it's made by you, and you know, it's more pleasing to look at. Because we're kind of tired, just us as humans, to see the same thing, you know? So here's an example of how you can kind of spice up your foliage and your trees and your grass. So what I do is I go on Google and I look up interesting trees. Like, look at this. Like, please don't go with the standard tree. Like, don't do that. So here, look at this really nice tree. And I just drew it because I thought it looked nice. And this one, look how interesting the branches look, you know? Like, it's really nice to see this in shows. And here's another example. And like, these are really nice looking trees. Like, they have very ball like shapes. And this one too, the roots are at the top. And even like the roots at the bottom could be interesting as well. And the bushes look like this. Like, this is what my teacher taught me. He said, you know, just don't do the basic tree, you know, like really make your set look interesting. And he gave us an exercise at the end. He said, I wrote it here somewhere, draw 5 different types of trees and bushes and grass and roots just from imagination. And it was actually really hard to do, but we managed to do them. And it was nice. I never forgot about that lesson and many lessons that he taught. But yeah, this is the exercise that I am giving all of you guys to do. And I just wanted to show that this technique is used in animated shows a lot. So, for example, this is a background from Steven Universe. And as you can see, they did not go with basic looking, boring looking trees. They, you know, they spiced up, like, look at these bushes. They look like flowers, you know? And here, look at those bushes. Like, that looks nice. Like, look at that shape. Look at this shape, you know. And the trees, like, most of the foliage is at the top and the trunk is very long. You know, like, they have this really nice circular shape. And this one, these leaves are so spread out and nice. So yeah, just bring your own flavor to your sets, and it makes your show a lot more memorable, and it makes people want to like draw the backgrounds a bit, you know. And another exercise that I have for you guys is to try creating different characters using the technique of, you know, different shapes and also different faces, you know. Yeah, so that was just very simple lesson on character design. I hope everything was clear, and I used a bread shape for a face. It's kind of like Squidward. He has like a bread shaped face. Anyways, yeah, you know, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson, and I'll be seeing you in the next video. Bye!